guys. Hey, so today we are going to be talking about types of simple machines. So we are going to start on page number 250. So the first thing I want to do is I want to show you my one-pager. So the type of simple machines could be normally what you think it is, but then also hammers, scissors, bottle openers are. Machines are any device that transmits or modifies force, usually by changing the force applied on an object. You have a lever with a fulcrum, inclined plane, wheel and an axle, a wedge, a pulley, and a screw. All these are examples of simple machines, and their purpose is to change the direction of magnitude for the input force. So we have what's called mechanical advantage, and for being able to do that, force out divided by force in output force minus divided by input force, they're equal to, sorry, it should be an equal sign. And then also we have our torque in equals our torque out, and then F in dn equals F out d out. Also, what they talked about is mechanical advantage, and it gave you a formula for mechanical advantage. MA equals F out divided by F in, dn divided by d out. So the longer the input lever arm as compared to the output lever arm, the greater the mechanical advantage. Example are forces on a nail is 99 newtons. Mechanical advantage is 10. Then the input force of 10 newtons is enough to pull out the nail. Without the machine, a nail could be removed unless you inputted greater than 99 newtons. Machines can be after the force and the distance moved. So what we have here is we have a box that had where a man was carrying it to the truck, and the man was using an inclined plane where he was pushing it up, and it was basically showing you the force that you had to do. Force for him, he had to do 360 newtons, but if you used an inclined plane, it would be 120 newtons. So that's what it's talking about there. And then effort equals W out to W in. So besides that, I had you do some reading assignments on here. And so we're going to look at these, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the review on a separate video, so that I will give you time to be able to try to do those problems. So if we look, after that we have what's called tangent speed acceleration. And so what I wanted you to do is I want to kind of you to look over that and maybe take some notes on this tangent speed acceleration. Rotation and inertia, talking about this, and then also you've seen these before already because we had this before with the mass. And then rotation dynamics talks about Newton's second law for rotation force. It gave us also the transitional and rotational momentum of the different types of equations, along with rotation kinetic energy and angular motion. And then general relativity. With this, it's just basically talking about the difference in you being in an elevator compared to being in a rocket, and also talked about the curved space. And then after that, then you have a think science, which is a developing theory, which I just want you to kind of look over this and kind of figure out what you think could be something that they could do. And then the next thing that we have here is our chapter summary. These have some important facts. Maybe you want to look in your notes to make sure you have that. And then we are going to go in the next video, I'm going to go over the sample problems that I've asked you to do for class.